Hey everybody, so while it's still in my mind, um, a question came up during the live about movies and the vibration of movies and horror movies and these sorts of things. Now, I just got off the live. It was 2.5 hours long of me talking, and my voice is a little fried because I wasn't paying attention to the time. And this is water. It's not beer or anything. It's a water. Reusing some sort of water bottle, glass. Finally got a glass bottle, but now you need a glass 5-gallon jug though. So not why, but when it comes to horror movies and movies in general, is it okay to watch them? Dystopian movies came up. Somebody said they don't watch dystopian movies because they don't want to put energy into creating that reality. And then I said, just fully honest as I always am, try to be transparent as possible, is that I watch movies that are not of the highest vibration. Now, I'm also shifting because I am in the back of my car, I'm tall, and things need to move around. All right. So these vibrations, I watch them, but I don't over consume things that I know are going to program me in certain ways. When it comes to these things that we have, we talk about vibration, but also remember we're allowed to enjoy things. We're humans. We're allowed to enjoy stuff. We're allowed to enjoy stories. We love stories. We love good stories, something that doesn't happen often anymore because there's a focus on quantity over quality of content, and that quantity of content becomes programming and that sort of thing. When you're going to watch something, the difference between it affecting your vibration, the biggest difference is two things. When you walk into a dystopian movie, if you walk out of that movie thinking your reality is going to turn into a dystopia, that is the problem. That is low vibration. That is fear. That movie is feeding fear. If you walk into something and walk out of it afraid that reality is going to come true, that is not something you should be consuming. I can watch horror movies, Alien, different things that I like, dystopian movies I love, because when I walk out of them, I don't carry it with me. It stays there. I watch the movie, I enjoy the story, I enjoy my time escaping this world for a little bit through that storytelling, and I leave it all there with the movie. I don't carry the vibration with me. I don't carry the fear, all that with me. That is one of the big things, is that most people carry that. They walk out of the movie afraid. They walk out of a horror movie afraid that something bad is going to happen. They watch crime documentaries. People love the crime documentaries, right? That's why there are so many of them and they keep coming out with them. But those people are consumed by fear that something bad is going to happen to them. If it's affecting your reality in a low vibrational way, with fear, with other emotions, anger, all this other stuff, that is an example of something you should not be entertaining in your vibration until you are in a space that you can observe. Now, here's the thing. I still watch that stuff occasionally. I don't watch a lot of horror anymore. I don't watch any crime documentaries at all. Different other things. I watch stuff that I've seen before. Like I do watch movies. Pretty much I see a movie a day. I'm a cinephile, what you would describe as a cinephile. Before I really worked on vibrational stuff, I loved film and I love storytelling. It's part of what I do. And I love finding really good stories to watch. I'm not into this multi-season binge watching type thing. I think it's the part of the problem. It's overconsumption. And that's my point. When you overconsume something, it doesn't matter if you have a frequency that's observational, that's loving heart space, but you're over consuming horror movies, you're over consuming crime documentaries, you're watching them every day over and over and over and over and over again, your frequency hits that. Your frequency becomes that. Your subconscious takes that in, and that becomes part of your programming, right? So overconsumption is a thing. And that's why I was talking on the live. I was like very honest, like I'm thinking about going seeing Alien Romulus because Alien is my favorite sci-fi like series. It's like one of my favorite shows ever. I used to watch it all the time. I haven't seen it all the way through for years because I got to a space where the frequency wasn't fully resonant anymore. And it was one of those things like now I can watch those, I could watch it, go watch that movie and be like, okay, that was good, walk away and enjoy it as a story add-on, but not taking it with me because I know aliens aren't to be afraid of. But if you walk into that movie and walk out thinking all aliens are something to be afraid of, then you shouldn't be entertaining that frequency. And that's the difference. I'm also not over consuming horror, so I'm not programming my subconscious to create things that I have to program myself out of, type of thing. So remember that. I went and saw Deadpool versus Wolverine yesterday, I think. I'm a huge Marvel fan. Read tons of comics, had a huge comic collection. Love it. Love the genre and stuff. DC too. Not necessarily the DC movies. Clear about that. But part of my joy and human joy is Marvel. And I debated, I'm like, do I go to Deadpool versus Wolverine or do I not? It's not high vibrational content. Very violent, very foul, very offensive type of content. But it's something I enjoy. It's a character I absolutely loved before the movie. I read Deadpool and I'm like, this character is amazing. And Wolverine is a character I've loved for even longer. My friend in high school and I used to talk about Wolverine all the time and the old X-Men cartoons and stuff. So when I was like, do I go to this movie or not? My guide said, remember, it's not about the frequency of the movie. You're in a space now. It's about follow your joy, follow your highest joy. This is something you love. This is something you enjoy. This is something your inner child loves. You will be fine. You'll walk in, you watch it, and I loved it. I loved the movie. I loved what he did, what Ryan did with it. I also walked out of it not carrying the vibration. Now, I had a lot of joy vibration and just shock about certain things that I loved about it, but I wasn't carrying negativity, hate, violence, offensiveness, any of those vibrations. I walked out. It was done. Okay, move on with life. If you're watching stuff and carrying the vibration, meaning you go to a dystopian movie or binge a show and you're just like afraid that's going to happen, that's the problem. And overwatching it programs you more into that frequency. So keep that in mind. You don't have to give up television. You don't have to give up movies. You don't have to give up entertainment. You have to be aware. You have to be observant. You have to be cautious and protective of your frequency. Meaning, I'm not going to go to every single movie that comes out. That's the first movie I've seen in a year. Last movie I saw, or actually it's the second movie. I went to a movie with Bailey a little while ago. I think a year passed between that movie and the last one I had seen. So I don't go all the time. Very cautious with it. And I know to be observational and not carry the energy with me. So when I leave, it's gone. If you watch a show on Netflix or whatever, turn it off, let the energy go. Don't let it affect your day. If it's affecting your day, that's a vibrational hazard. That's the issue. So hopefully that helps. Love you all.